Hi there, fellow coders. Welcome back to the second video of the MWAA series. In this video, we are going to work on setting up the MWAA local runner and then write up our first DAG. First, we are going to start with the prerequisites. I'm going to be running the whole tutorial on a Mac. Setup on Windows should look pretty similar. Let me know in the comments below if you get stuck at any of the steps and I can help you debug. We are going to need Docker Desktop to be able to run Docker containers, and Git so that we can clone the code on our machine. You can skip installing Git as you can download the code directly from GitHub, but having Git on your machine will help you in the long run. I'm now going to clone the MWA local runner repo with the link given in the description. Going to do that now. And once we have the code, all we have to do is go inside the directory and then run the MWA local and script to build the image. Okay, seems I don't have Docker running. I'm going to start that on my machine. Still starting up. Cool, now that's ready. I'm starting the build image again. Now this generally takes some time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and I'll be back after getting some coffee. What we have to do is start that image using the same command, same script, and passing start as a command. Once you do that, it downloads a Postgres image and starts the image which you recently built. I've already gone ahead and ran that script. Now I'm just going to head to my browser. This is the page which you would see after running the script. The default username and password is admin and test. Now that you sign in, you can see an example DAG which is already there given by the local runners. DAG. So for this DAG, what we are going to do is just install the request library, and we are going to fetch some random JSON, use pandas to convert that to a CSV, and then just save it to the hard drive on Airflow Docker image. We are not going to worry about the CSV format and like nitty-gritties of that. It's more on how to write a workflow and how to see that in Airflow. That's all we care about right now. So to do that, before diving into what we before diving into the DAG itself, what I'm going to do is add the requirements to the requirements.txt file in this repo. So to do that, I'm going to just cancel this, start a Vim on my machine, and install the requirements. So for installing requirements, what we would need is pandas, requests, and pyarrow, because pandas would end up using pyarrow to convert the JSON into CSV. Cool. Okay. I have to go back to this pane where I have the Docker images running. I'll have to stop it and restart the Docker Compose script. You need to do this because without this, the Docker image won't be able to pick up the requirements.txt, and you would end up spending a lot more time waiting for the script to run than actually spending time writing the tag. So it's just better to restart, and while restarting, it would run pip install, and it would install all the libraries which you added into your requirements.txt file. Okay, let's wait for a few seconds more. It doesn't take as long this time. Okay, nice. It's added now, and now we can use it in our DAGs. Installed. I'm going to create a new file called scraping dag.py, and just to save time, I'm just going to copy paste from another file which I already have open. So before writing the DAG, I'm just going to paste the requirements, like all the import statements. And okay, let's start with defining the DAG itself. For this particular DAG, I'm going to use the task flow API, which is great for writing DAGs where you have where you are just using the Python operator. Okay, so here we go. What this tells is the following function which we are going to write. Let's just call it fetch and save data. This function is actually a DAG which has the following details. Like it has a DAG ID as specified. Right now, the schedule interval that this has is none. You could change it to like at the rate once, just so that it just starts when you enable it. We could get rid of this statement. And yeah, we don't have want to disable, like we don't want backfill for this DAG. So we'll just like disable catch up. Okay. This is going to be fetching the data itself. Now to fetch the data, we are going to use the request library doing that. Okay, here is the pasted code. Let's go through it together. We again like add an annotation here, which tells Airflow that this method is going to be a task. Because it uses this task flow API, it automatically uses Python operator to run this particular code. Now, what this ends up doing is it uses a URL. Um, this URL just has like random posts with JSON as the output. So it's perfect for our use case over here. We fetch the like we do a get request to that URL, fetch the JSON, and then we just log the length of the records, and then return the data to the next part of the workflow. Is we are going to process the data that we have fetched from the URL. To do that, I'm going to paste the function required for it. So using this task annotation again, Airflow would use the Python operator, and it would automatically pass data from the previous task over using XCOM. And then uh, we using like pandas data frame to load that JSON and just convert it into CSV. That's all we are doing in the process data step for this particular example. Process the data, the next step is actually going to be saving to the CSV file. Okay, let's pick up the function for doing that. Okay, so we already processed the data using pandas. Now we have, like all we are doing is saving that data frame to a CSV file. That's it. And once that's done, the next step is just to like notify notify that the DAG is over. For this, like we are not actually sending any message, but as just as like a placeholder, and I'll be logging the information. Once we have all these tasks defined, all we have to do is like define the dependencies between those tasks. So here we go. And now that we have the dependencies defined as well, let's just instantiate the DAG. And that's it. That's our first DAG. And check out a DAG. Here we go. We can see that the DAG is up and running here. This is just like I tried this 2 times before, like actually recording. So that's why like I have 2 successes here. Okay, what I'm going to do is just run, like trigger another run. Okay, let's look at the graph of the tasks that are running. I'm going to select this particular DAG run so we can see it in real time. For selecting, actually, what I did was I just clicked on this vertical bar, which took me to the particular graph. Now we can see that all the tasks succeeded. These follow the same steps as we defined in our DAG itself. So each of them would be passing data from one step to the other. And if like we can actually see the return value of the function that we have written in the um, XCOM tab. I think yeah, that's it. That's going to be our first like live DAG. And yeah, we'll continue rest of the first DAG. So let's meet next week again for continuing this course. Thank you and have a great week.